Long ago, in a palace by the Red River, there lived a great mandarin and his daughter, Minwong.
Like other young ladies of her position, Minwang was kept indoors, away from the eyes of admiring men. She spent most of her time in her room at the top of a tower.
There she would sit on a bench by a moon-shaped window, reading, chatting with her maid, and gazing out often at the garden and the river.
Do you hear that? How beautifully he sings!
One day, as she sat there, a song floated to her from the distance, in a voice deep and sweet.
He must be young and very handsome. Perhaps he knows I'm here and sings just for me.
My lady, perhaps he's the Mandarin's son in disguise, the man you are destined to marry. Oh!
Perhaps he is.
Minwong felt a flush on her face and a stirring in her heart.
Oh!
The boat and the song glided slowly up the river and away.
All day long, Minwong waited by the swing, hoping to hear the singer again.
The next day, she waited too. And the next.
But the voice didn't return.
As the days passed,
Why doesn't he
Minwoo
come?
grew pale and weak. At last, she went to her bed and stayed there.
The Mandarin came to her.
My dear daughter, what's wrong?
It's nothing, father.
The Mandarin sent for the doctor. But after seeing Minung, the doctor told him that he could find no illness, and without an illness, he could offer no cure. The weeks passed, and Minung grew no better.
Then one day, her maid came
My
before
lord,
the Mandarin.
I know what ails your daughter. She is sick of love. To cure her, you need to find the young handsome man who sing these words. My love is like a blossom in the breeze. My love is like a moonbeam in the wave. Woohoo!
It will be done.
He sent out a messenger at once.
Days later, the messenger returned and brought a fisherman named Tuang Shi to the palace.
A fisherman? Bring him here.
The fisherman stood uneasily, his eyes wide as they cast about the richly furnished room.
For a moment, the mandarin was too astounded to speak. The man was neither young nor handsome. His clothes were ragged, and he stank of fish.
Certainly no match for my daughter, thought the Mandarin.
He gave his order to the messenger.
Bring the fisherman to my daughter's door and let him sing his song.
What could they want? He was just a fisherman, wishing only to make an honest living. He had hurt no one, done nothing wrong.
At the messenger's signal, he nervously started to sing.
Oh, my love, it's like a blossom in the breeze. Oh, my love, it's like a moonbeam on the way.
He's here. How can that be? Quick, help me dress. Quick.
Never had she so swiftly clothed herself, put up her hair, made herself up. By the time the song drew to a close, she looked like heavenly vision in flowing robes.
Now, open the door.
As the door pulled open, Chuangchi shrank back, not knowing what to expect.
Then, all at once, he found himself gazing on the greatest beauty he had ever known.
He felt his heart leap, and in that moment, he fell deeply, hopelessly, desperately in love.
And in that moment, her eyes grew wide and she burst out laughing.
A mandarin's son, her destined love?
Why? He was nothing but a common fisherman. How terribly, terribly silly she had been.
Shaking with mirth and folly, she turned her head away and whispered,
The door shut in Chuangchi's face. He stood there, frozen, the young lady's laughter ringing in his ears. He felt his heart grow cold and hard.
Chuangchi was sent home, but he could not go on as before. Hardly eating or sleeping, he grew pale and ill. He no longer cared if he lived or died.
And so he died.
The villagers found him in his hut. On his chest sat a large crystal. It was his heart turned hard, deeply wounded by the laughter of the mandarin's daughter.
The villagers decided to put the crystal in his boat and let it float down to the sea. At sundown, they set the crystal in the fisherman's boat.
Then they pushed the boat from its mooring and watched in sorrow as it drifted down the river and out of sight.
But the boat did not drift to the sea.
It came to shore by the Mandarin palace.
And so it was that the Mandarin found it at sunrise as he strolled along the bank.
My lord, what do we have here? What a splendid gift the river hath brought us.
A few days later, when no one had claimed it, the Mandarin set it to a turner to be made into a teacup.
Wow! A lovely gift for my daughter.
He brought the cup one evening to Min Wong's room.
Oh, Father!
A gift for you, my daughter.
Oh, Father, it's so beautiful. I can hardly wait to drink from it. Thank you, Father. It's getting late. I think you should go to bed.
When the mandarin left, she told her maid,
First, make me some tea so that I can drink from my new cup. And then you're off to bed.
The maid finished her task and went off.
Min Wong lifted the cup to her lips.
But just as she was about to drink, on the surface of the tea was the face of Tronchi, gazing at her with eyes filled with love.
And now, his sweet song filled the room. Familiar, but a little changed.
Oh, Minwo, it's like a blossom in the breeze. Oh, Minwo, it's like a moonbeam on the way.
And Minwa remembered those eyes she had seen so briefly through the open door, and she remembered her laugh.
What have I done? I was so cruel. I didn't mean to hurt you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Her eyes filled with tears, and a single tear dropped into the cup.
It was enough. The crystal melted away, releasing the spirit of Chuang Chi.
It was not many months more when Ming Hui was given in marriage to a son of a great mandarin.
He was young and handsome, and she felt that her dreams had come true.
Yet now, as she gazed on a different garden and a different view of the river, she often still heard the song of the fisherman echo softly in her heart.